Hello, we're here with Joy Schoffler. She is the principal of Leverage PR. Joy, can you please tell us about the services that you provide?
Yeah, absolutely. So we work with companies in the financial space as well as entrepreneurial thought leaders and people whose customer bases are entrepreneurs. My background is in raising capital in private equities and helping take a startup to the Inc. list multiple times and get acquired and things. And so we work with a lot of very high growth companies that need to have a solid understanding of finance and just the marketplace out there.
Sure. And can you tell us how your experiences being involved in those high growth companies has influenced your work with Leverage?
Absolutely. So the reason why I got into PR, my background, like I said, wasn't in PR. It was actually in raising capital. I was director of acquisitions for an investment firm. But whenever I would go out to do a capital raise, what I would find is that if I got publicity for the CEO, getting him quoted in a publication, or, of course, we couldn't talk about the fact that we were raising capital because that would violate general solicitation laws. But if I went out and say, got him quoted talking about the market for properties, because it was a commercial real estate investment firm, vacancy rates or just different things related to that property, I found that it allowed us to close a lot more investors because we were now credible, we were validated, we had members of the media who were using us as sources, we knew how to market ourselves, we were out there, we were credible, and it just gives a more polished look to your company. So with 50% of all companies failing, credibility is huge for growth stage, early stage companies.
Great. And can you tell us specifically how you create value for the companies you work with?
Absolutely. So what we do here at Leverage is we not only help them get great media. So we've been in USA Today, we're constantly in Forbes, Washington Post, Wall Street Journal, TechCrunch, VentureBeat, kind of all those very high profile publications. But we also work with targeted industry blogs. So we'll go out and we'll find out exactly where their customer bases lie, and we'll execute media campaigns that target their customer bases. So for example, we have clients one of our clients is a healthcare investment bank. So we'll go out to different publications in the healthcare industry and help get them coverage in those publications, talking about, the market for their services, talking about the changes, really having strategic storylines that are actually helping them, positioning them as an expert and helping them meet their goals.
Great. And what unique strategies have you used to grow your business?
So as far as Leverage is concerned, we do a lot of speaking engagements. We do a lot of media interviews. We drink our own Kool-Aid. We believe that PR works, hence why I'm interviewing with you today. And we think, showing that you are a thought leader and showing that you know what you're talking about is the number one way to close sales, to bring in leads. It's getting out there and networking with the people who are actually doing the big stuff in the world is going to accomplish your goals.
Definitely. And Joy, I have one last question for you. So you're considered somewhat of an expert on crowdfunding, and so I'm curious as to what your thoughts are on the repeal of the ban on general solicitation and what it means for crowdfunding in your company as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So, it's a very important first move. And so, when crowdfunding passed, everybody was very excited about the prospect of raising capital from unaccredited investors. But what a lot of people don't realize is there is a lot of accredited investors out there that are not being tapped into. There's a few different statistics from other years out there, but the last statistic I heard was 17%, and that was from 2011. Only 17% of accredited investors actually invest in private equity offerings, so kind of private companies, right? So what that means is that there is a lot of potential capital sitting in the sidelines that is a good proof of concept for what crowdfunding can do. So lifting that ban on general solicitation allows more people to hear of projects. So one of our clients is a company called EquityNet. They have a crowdfunding platform that's specifically designed for this ban on general solicitation being lifted, and will allow people to actually get their company out in front of, in front of their networks, in front of people who could be accredited to be able to see that deal. So, if you're now, and say that medical company, for example, if you're a medical company and you're getting written up in these journals, or if you're a tech company who has, a technology for, mobile communications, for example, and you're written up in those publications where your prospective strategic investors are, not only are you going to get high quality investors, but you're also going to have good strategic investors who are worth a lot more than just the money, which every investor who is in your company should only be there if they're contributing both money as well as helping you build your company.
Definitely. Great. Well, Joy, thank you so much for meeting with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And if you're interested in learning more and connecting with Joy, go to fundology.com.